This podcast is sponsored by Talkspace.
Last year, I went through many different life changes. I needed to take a pause and examine how I was feeling in the inside to better show up for the ones who need me to be my best version of myself.
When you're navigating life's changes, Talkspace can help. Talkspace is the #1 rated online therapy, bringing you professional support from licensed therapists and psychiatry providers that you can access anytime, anywhere.
Living a busy life, navigating a long-distance relationship, becoming a first-step father, Talkspace made all of those journeys possible. I could speak with my therapist in the office. I could speak with my therapist in the comfort of my home. I was never alone.
Talkspace works with most major insurers, and most insured members have a $0 copay. No insurance, no problem. Now get $80 off your first month with promo code SPACE80 when you go to Talkspace.com. Match with a licensed therapist today at Talkspace.com. Save $80 with code SPACE80 at Talkspace.com.
This is the Philly Joe and Vicky podcast.
The Philly Joe and Vicky podcast.
Pissed off. I completely missed the rain overnight. We got a call on the bone phone about it that we'll get to in about 10 minutes. Joe, you were talking about the thunder and lightning overnight. I don't know, Vicky, did it wake you up?
Yeah, it did. You slept through that?
I slept through it.
Oh, my gosh. There was thunder and lightning and hail, I think, at one point, too.
We'll have to hear from people in your area in Transcona, because out west, Vicky's in St. James, I'm in Charleswood. Like, the light show started earlier, and then the big kaboom started later, and they were loud. There was like some hail. You could hear that hitting the roof at around midnight. And I don't even know how much rain came down. It was like a flash of water, but it was the thunder and lightning show out there.
You wouldn't really know it by what you saw when you woke up,
but it was loud.
Yeah.
Judging by the puddles on my way to work, I could tell.
Yeah.
I could tell it had rained pretty good overnight.
Yeah,
like
but you might not have had the same thunder and lightning. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe.
It's not like me to sleep through that stuff. I'm actually disappointed. I don't mind being woken up by a storm. I like it. I like it in the middle of the night. I find it peaceful. So for me to sleep, and I'm a very light sleeper.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Must not have hit your end.
Well, I mean, it could have just been like, I'll admit, I was pretty tired. I was trying to make it through the Oiler game. I was going back and forth between the Oilers and Ducks, and then the other game, Stars and Wild, and I was trying to stay awake, but could be that I was just really tired and in need of a deep sleep, and I fell into a rare deep sleep and didn't get disturbed by the thunder and lightning. But it sounds like it was a doozy overnight. Is that our first one of the season? Or the spring?
I think it might be, yeah.
I would say so, since winter just ended 3 days ago. And hey, winter didn't end for northern Manitoba.
Oh, what did they end up getting?
Not yet. It's not over till Saturday. They've limited where and what, but we're getting reports here. Xenia, didn't hear anything downtown.
Okay.
Not even a siren.
Right.
And then I guess who's
Looks
this?
like in Fort Richmond
Melissa.
they got some lightning. Yeah.
So south, yeah, that's from Melissa. So could be different areas. Maybe got hit differently. I guess that's
more on
happened
the west
before.
side of the city than the east.
Okay. I saw
Hot Dog Guy says Steinbach. All the clocks were flashing for him when he woke up this morning.
Whoa. My phone was my weather app was accidentally on Regina. I don't even know how I did it. But I was reading the weather for Regina, and it said
getting ready for Labor Day.
I don't know. And so I told my family, "Hey, 5 centimeters of snow tomorrow." And then my oldest, who keeps he's like an old soul. He keeps track of the weather. I think it's because he wants to get out golfing. But he's like, "There's no snow in the forecast tomorrow. What are you talking about?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm on Regina." So they got a crappy forecast.
Well, that's
out
where all
west.
this weather's coming from for central to northern Manitoba, from Saskatchewan, as Rager mentioned on his call.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, I live in Oakbank on the text line. It says it was an intense storm for us, lots of thunder. So
you might have just slept through it.
If Oakbank got it, there's a good chance Transcona got it.
North Kildonan?
So I just slept through it. I mean, that's a good thing
Very
for me.
rare for you.
Must have been a deep sleep.
The bone phone coming up in 10.
This is the Philly Joe and Vicky podcast.
Brought to you by Fort Rouge Auto Center.
Grim Reaper, I'll tell you what, he's been calling a lot lately. He's excited about the proposition of winning the lottery and sharing it with us and throwing a party for us. And I had asked yesterday, look, if he does throw a party for us, would it be an honor of PJV or just a party that we're invited to?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if I play the lottery, like I was telling you, and if I win, I'll be cutting each a check and giving you your share of the loot and. Yeah, and Joe was talking about hot dogs. Oh, we can do better than that. We can go to Wellington 529 or something, or Ray and Jerry's or the K. Yeah, of course, the party will all be in Philly Joe and Vicky's honor. All right, guys, have a great day. Cheers.
One lottery happened last night. Has he checked his tickets yet? For $6.49.
Yeah, keep us
Lotto
updated.
Max tomorrow and then a $6.49 on Saturday. This could be our week.
Yeah. I mean, what would that party look like? Like, congratulations, PJV, I won the lottery and gave you money. Like, it'd have to be a banner.
Right.
Because it's in
They
honor
would say
of us.
all that, hey?
Well, not all that. That's too much.
Yeah.
It'd have to...
Why? You got all the money in the world, so you pay a little bit extra for a longer banner.
You know what? I'll pay for the banner. I'll take that call.
Thank you, Vicky.
Yeah.
Thanks. Doesn't come out of our end, Phil.
Good. Jumping Jamie's birthday the other day, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
60.
Okay. John with a J. Very excited. It sounds like John with a J and Jumpin' Jamie knew each other.
Before the race of the century?
Maybe, or they got to know each other at the race. They got to know each other at the race of the century and have remained friends. I don't know.
I didn't know it was the only Jumpin' Jamie's birthday. My goodness, he's the 11th fastest man in the world, according to the stats. I mean, you just got to look at the race of the century there. Well, happy birthday, Mr. Jumpin' Jamie. He didn't say nothing to me. He was in my hockey draft just on this weekend. He didn't say a word, but, that's the kind of dude he is. He just, he's all about the people. Jumpin' Jamie, what a legend. And since we're on the topic, it's getting mighty close to the race of the century part 2. What's going on? Details. Let's get her done here. I'm sure this thing's going to blow up. All right, Kate, got to go. Bye.
I don't want to say this, but I'm going to tell you that full transparency, there's no insurance company in the world that will sign on for Race of the Century 2 after the first one.
That's right.
A couple of scares, a couple of injury scares. But it was fun. It was fun to do once. Okay, moving along here. The hooligan. We were talking about the weather right off the top of the show this morning and how I slept through the storm. Apparently, hooligan did not.
I think I speak for everybody who wakes up early for work. Why the does it have to thunderstorm, freezing rain, coming from the west, hit your bedroom window like last week, up like at 3 in the morning, now it's 11:30, which isn't late, but I get up at 4:30 all the time because I can't sleep, and it has to thunderstorm right now. Like, seriously. Had all goddamn day, but no, let's wait till everybody goes to bed and wake everybody up so we can be even crabbier the next day. God damn it.
First his coworkers, now Mother Nature. He's got grievances with everybody.
Yeah, well, that could continue today. There's a risk of a thunderstorm this afternoon, actually.
Okay. Hooligan has beef with the weather. Loud guy has beef with gas stations.
You go to the gas station, you need air in your tires, and they got this pump outside that you have to put money in. Like, I remember you used to be able to just go to the gas station and get, air for your tires.
Free air, yeah.
Like, I know some places like Co-op, they don't charge you for that, and I appreciate that a lot because it's absolutely absurd. Mm-hmm. First, it started as $1, and the other day, I go to the gas station, I got to put some air in the tires, and now they're taking debit? Like, it's getting that crazy? Yeah, $2.50.
Cool.
How long is that lasting? And how much does it cost for air? And just the courtesy of having free air at the gas station, I'll keep going to that gas station and give them my business. Absolutely crazy.
We've all paid for air before, and you do it because the thing is, you're in a pinch.
Sure,
And
yeah.
usually you got to do it. You're like, I'm not risking going to another gas station when I need it right now because I got a half flat tire.
Didn't that come up once before and somebody from a gas station mentioned that money is used to maintain the air operation because that equipment breaks down? People just with the hoses and everything else that
yes.
Because how many times have you driven to a gas station needing air and the thing isn't working? I just recall that being the answer. Right or wrong, nobody wants to pay for air for sure.
If it means the air system's going to be more reliable if you pay, I think some people would get on board with,
I don't think I've ever gone to the Co-op, though, and had it not work. But that's just been my experience. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right, let's wrap with this. Motorhead guy, and let's chalk this up to would you do this, okay?
Okay.
Hey, Philly Joe and Vicky, it's Motorhead Guy. So I'm driving into the city this morning, and I had to really take a shit, man. Like, I was losing the battle. And I go to the Oak Bluff Esso, and I go into the men's washroom, and the toilet is out of order. So I decided, like, okay, I got to go into the women's washroom because, like, I can't. Like, if I walk out of here, I'm going to shit my pants. I go into the women's washroom, do my business, come out, buy myself a water. The guy at the counter is like, excuse me, sir, which bathroom did you use? And I said, well, I use the women's washroom. And he's like, well, you have to ask me to use the women's washroom. And in my head, I'm thinking, you know what, buddy? Like, if you're the manager, maybe you should manage your bathroom maintenance a little better, so then I don't have to use the women's washroom.
Yeah. I think he was in the right.
To use the women's washroom?
They're not making any concessions for the men if they have to use the washroom, if they've closed down one.
It's one thing if they're like a bunch of stalls, but if it's just a one private stall, what would be the major problem that... And plus, if he's got to go, I think the last thing he was going to do was spend 30 seconds waiting on a response. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
so.
Also, most of us ladies wouldn't be caught dead in a gas station bathroom, so kind of takes out the whole possibility of that.
You're not going in the guy's bathroom.
Unless it's an emergency.
This podcast is sponsored by Talkspace.
Last year, I went through many different life changes. I needed to take a pause and examine how I was feeling in the inside to better show up for the ones who need me to be my best version of myself.
When you're navigating life's changes, Talkspace can help. Talkspace is the #1 rated online therapy, bringing you professional support from licensed therapists and psychiatry providers that you can access anytime, anywhere.
Living a busy life, navigating a long-distance relationship, becoming a first-step father, Talkspace made all of those journeys possible. I could speak with my therapist in the office. I could speak with my therapist in the comfort of my home. I was never alone.
Talkspace works with most major insurers, and most insured members have a $0 copay, no insurance, no problem. Now get $80 off your first month with promo code SPACE80 when you go to Talkspace.com. Match with a licensed therapist today at Talkspace.com. Save $80 with code SPACE80 at Talkspace.com.
The Philly Joe and Vicky Podcast.
Good morning, Debbie. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing great. Oh, this is awesome. I was in such a grouchy mood, and I'm so glad I got your call.
That's what we try to do around here, turn those bad moods around.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, gosh, yeah, you made my day.
Yes,
The
Debbie.
storm, that storm got me up last night.
Okay.
And I live in Transcona.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
I live
Phil
in-
did sleep through it.
Okay.
I slept right through it, Debbie, so I feel lucky I'm not as grouchy as you this morning.
You bet.
Glad we could improve your mood, though.
Oh, yes, thank you.
I'm sure you know how this works. Sounds like you've been anxiously awaiting your chance to play.
Yes, you bet.
Okay, Joe, you want to walk her through it?
Well, it's a pretty simple concept they put together here. $10,400 already in the jackpot. Would you like to add to that, Debbie, or would you like to take $100 and put that in your pocket?
Oh, you know what? I have a girls' night coming and a high school reunion coming. So I'm going to be the one that'll take the money and run.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Nothing
All right.
wrong
Yes.
with that.
Absolutely.
Money in your pocket.
There's really no wrong answer
yeah.
to this game.
Yeah.
What school?
Awesome.
What school reunion?
It's Oak Park High School. They actually turned 50 this year.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that.
That's my neck of the woods.
Yes.
Down the block. And
Yes.
you live in Transcona now? Phil's going to shuttle
I
you.
do.
He can drop in at my place for the party and then pick you up after and drop you back off.
Oh, yes.
Did
And I'll come for the girls' night. Yeah. So we've got it all covered.
Did I just get signed up for DD for a bunch of hammered women? Debbie, you're a lot of fun. You got yourself $100 this morning. Congratulations.
Oh, awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
This is the Philly Joe and Vicky Podcast. Here's what's trending with Philly Joe and Vicky.
Comedian Nikki Glaser, she'll be in Winnipeg in August at the Concert Hall, by the way. She's got a new special coming out tomorrow, and she was promoting it on The Tonight Show. And, of course, they talked about the Golden Globes because she's coming back to host for a third time in 2027. And this might be how she stays in the good graces of the celebrities. She says after the show, she sends flowers to everybody that she made fun of, just thanking them for being a good sport. And you may remember one of the people she made fun of last time was Leo DiCaprio, saying that he didn't share much about his personal life, so she had to go all the way back to a 1991 interview with Teen Beat magazine, where he said his favorite food was pasta, and more pasta.
Yeah.
So she had sent him flowers, and he ended up sending her 3 big baskets of pasta.
Yeah, tremendous.
Pretty good.
Just me, or is she is everywhere? You know, like she's a buzz artist, a buzz. You know, like she's just, every time you turn around, she's somewhere.
Ever since the Tom Brady roast, her star has risen. And then the Golden Globes, she's done so well hosting them that, it's really paid off for her.
And really, her first Winnipeg appearances were at Club Regent.
I saw her last time she was here.
Yeah,
Great
she was
show.
very good, very good.
In case you were wondering how a rock star like Dave Grohl preps his vocal cords for a show, here's how he does it. He'll be coming through Canada later on this year, so keep this in mind. An hour before the show, this is a quote from him, I'll open a beer and I'll start drinking the beer. I might take an Advil because my knees hurt, my ankles hurt, whatever, I'm old. Then I'll have a shot of whiskey. Then once the beer is done, I'll open another beer. Then we'll maybe have a group shot of whiskey, which we call the band prayer. Then someone will say 15 minutes, and I open one more beer and have one more shot and then hit the stage.
I've heard these stories about Grohl before, that he likes, he's open about how much he likes to drink before his shows.
That's really intense. And you think, well, that can't be good for your health if you're doing this when you're on tour or whatever. And he says, my doctor said, just don't change what you're doing. It's working. So he was like, okay, great. So he got the...
More of us could use that doctor. That's Howie Grohl.
Mine never talks like that. He also drinks a lot of coffee. I've heard that as well. So,
okay.
Yeah. Maybe, Dave Grohl, that's part of his charm, right? He's openly imperfect.
Sure.
Is that fair?
And, I definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
Found that out.
Yes, we did. Yes.
That's Scrollin.
This is the Philly Joe and Vicky podcast.
Foo Fighters, Best of You. Vicky had a great story about Dave Grohl and his daily or his rituals while he's on
pre-show
tour.
ritual,
Pre-show rituals while he's his routine while he's on tour. I love those little insights. They're great. Yeah, it's PJV. It's 7-11, 92.1 City, Winnipeg's rock station.
Big tour coming up here in Canada too, right? Mm-hmm. So keep an eye on that. That could be a world tour for sure.
Could be something big.
Yeah.
Could be. You never know. We're the big rock station, so... we like hooking people up and helping people out.
That's right.
I'm just saying, stay tuned.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it really depends on how much money ends up in the kitty for Take the Money and Run. That might decide on how big this world tour is. And right now, it's at $10,400. Debbie this morning took the money. She's got the Oak Park reunion coming up and a couple things. She said the $100 will come in handy.
Yeah, nice.
She's ready to party. Hey, when you guys text someone and you get that you get a response or an indication that they have their phone on Do Not Disturb. Mm-hmm. Do you ever get that?
Sometimes.
But then they'll respond anyway. So when you have your phone on, first of all, I find it interesting that it lets the person know. I guess that's a way of saying, hey, bro, I may not get back to you right away. I'm on Do Not Disturb.
Here's what I would maybe imagine that the situation is. Sometimes people have it programmed so when they're driving, it automatically goes to that. I don't really know how it works. And then maybe they arrive at where they're going to and they look at their phone before they take that feature off. Maybe that's a situation. Or maybe they're working from home or at work and then take their phone and look at it themselves. I don't know how it works.
It buys the person more time, right?
Yeah, sure.
I think. But I think you're talking about something different because just as an example, on the Boston Pizza text line, there's somebody, and we get this every day. It says, I'm not receiving notifications. If this is urgent, reply urgent to send a notification through with your original message. I don't get that. It's just, for example, I bet you my brother has this on right now where it just says I am on. It says his phone is on Do Not Disturb, but yet he'll still get back to me. Do you know what I mean?
So I think you can kind of override it. You can look at your phone and go into your messages. It's just you won't get the notifications.
Right. Okay. So you're preventing your phone from chiming all the time.
Exactly.
Ba-boom, 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 ba-boom.
But you can still look at it when you want to.
Might be something worth looking into. Like
I get the one that says they're getting notified quietly.
Okay.
And then you'll get a response. Have you seen that one?
No.
That's what
Yes.
I haven't
Isn't
seen.
that just on silent?
That'll come. No, it comes back and it says, "Oh, your message has gone through, but they've been notified quietly."
So somebody gets
And
a
you
text
can-
and it just goes, psst,
and you
there's
can hit
something
it.
here.
You can hit it so it gets louder, so they notice it. So I guess it's like a sort of version of Do Not Disturb. Yeah.
All these, there's so many functions that I don't even really understand about my phone and how they work. I might have to explore because anything that buys me more time with a text reply, I think is good.
I've heard, though, if you have a favorites list, like family members, it'll go through.
Sometimes
So
you
do
can
not
program it
yes.
if they call more than once, then the second call
Yes.
will go through for emergencies, I
But
guess.
let's say it's your mom.
Yeah.
Right? And you obviously want her on a favorites list because even in the middle of the night, if she's calling you, do not disturb, but shut everybody off. So I think that's the purpose of the do not disturb. It filters everybody else out except for your favorites list.
So, yes, you can set your phone up where if I have it on silent, my mom's call
Will go through.
or my kids would still come through.
Yeah, and Vicky and Joe's
No,
calls.
you guys aren't on
Naturally.
that. No way.
What's this? Do not disturb.
In case you sleep through the alarm.
He's getting notified quietly. What is this?
I love the psst, psst.
The Philly Joe and Vicky Podcast. Be a good person.
Rate or review this show wherever you subscribe and get PJ and V into more ears.
Throwdown Thursday.
Oh, yeah. Always a lot of fun. The matchups are epic. A lot of weeks, they are very difficult to pick between the two combatants.
Yeah, for sure. Would you classify this one as difficult for
Yes,
you? Really?
extremely. And because a lot of people are going to want to say both, but we're not going to accept both.
Why do people always try to break the rules?
I know.
I don't get it.
But with food, and that's what today's matchup is, you're going to get a lot of both.
Yeah.
We got a hamburger versus a hot dog. Do we need to set parameters? Like some people are also going to say, depends how they're cooked.
Right. I guess you got to think of it as best case scenario for both.
Let's
so
go
whatever your
barbecued.
favorite is. Yeah, so the scenario I put up on our Facebook page is you're at a barbecue and you can only choose one, hamburger or hot dog.
I'm leaving the party if somebody says to me, you only get one. I like, what kind of party is this? I want both. No, I'm breaking the rules
Now
that I
you're the
set in
rule
place.
breaker.
No, you can only get one. I'll go first. I'm going with a hamburger.
Yeah, same here.
And that's a difficult decision because a good-looking hot dog on that grill, especially if it's a Smokey. See, so I like
Smokey's not a hot dog.
Oh, yeah.
Smokey's
According to who?
A hot dog's a hot dog, and a Smokey's a Smoky.
So,
yeah, but they're in the same family.
Oh, now we're dealing with families. Okay. Oh, okay.
At the end of the day, it's more of a hot dog than a hamburger.
So what you're saying is you're allowing Smokies and hot dogs to be the
Sure,
same category?
if your favorite is a smoky hot dog, then have that be what's in this scenario. It doesn't matter either way.
I like what you said, your best version of each.
Yeah.
So you can, if your best version of a hot dog is a Smokey, then consider it that way. Mm-hmm. And your best version of a hamburger, Joe, what are you doing here? You're kind of the food guy on this show. Wow.
I'm going with a hamburger because if I'm out at an event, like you're saying here, I think a hamburger would be more filling than a hot dog. And if I only got to have one, and I could only choose one, I'm going with the hamburger.
I think you can also put more toppings on a hamburger than a hot dog. There's a bit more real estate there than trying to get it to all fit on that tubular bun.
If we go by your rule, there's less room on a Smokey when
That's
it's
right,
on a bun, too. So
if that's your best case scenario.
I'm kidding you. You know that. So I think it's tough because now that you're throwing Smokies in with the hot dog category, that could be more filling, too, as far as the product goes. But I'm still going with a hamburger. And I love hot dogs, too. This is a tough one.
For the record, I would typically do both. You know, like if I
one of each on a plate.
One of each
but you're
on
not
a
allowed
plate,
to.
but we're not allowed.
But you want to throw it out there still.
I keep mentioning it.
Yeah.
I want to bend the rule.
I keep thinking, though, ever since they mentioned that, like, I don't know where I saw this, but like every hot dog you eat, you lose like 13 minutes of your life. That has really stuck with me. So I've avoided hot dogs ever since. Not that I would,
How about a Smokey then?
Forever. Well,
what's that going to do for you?
Show me the stats on it, I guess.
Throwdown Thursday, hamburger or hot dog. Go vote on our socials or send us a text 762-555.
The Philly Joe and Vicky Podcast.
Brought to you by Fort Rouge Auto Center.
Text of the morning pertaining to Throwdown Thursday comes from the professor. If every hot dog takes years off my life, I died in 1748.
I'm sure he's not alone in that one. Yeah.
And then somebody asked if we wanted to know what's really in a hot dog. No. The answer is
Good.
no.
I have an idea.
We know.
Yeah.
It ain't good. We don't care. They taste good. By the way, for the record, the professor says also it's got to be a hamburger for me. That's the Throwdown Thursday question today. What an epic battle. Like, this is like Tyson Holyfield, Ali Fraser, like hot dog versus hamburger. And the context is very important, Vicky. It's if you're at a barbecue, is that
You're
how
at a barbecue and you can only have one.
Okay, and also, there's been a bit of a side debate that's developed.
Yeah.
Because
It's not really a debate, I don't think.
Joe doesn't think.
I'd like to debate you on that.
Joe doesn't think that you should be able to go Smokey on this. That a hot dog is that the wiener, the smaller wiener, whereas a Smokey actually comes in a pack that says Smokey or brats or whatever.
To me, it's still a tubular meat that you put on a tubular bun.
So we have allowed that. For the record, Smokey, if you would prefer a Smokey over a hamburger.
Yeah. And then people are coming in saying, well, then a chicken burger's a burger. And I don't know. Then the toppings are changed a little bit. It's a totally different taste. I don't know if I agree with that, but that's maybe a debate for a different time.
Right.
As far as the original Throwdown Thursday question, Mike says a good bacon blue cheeseburger any day. Patrick says cheddar smoky with a ton of sauerkraut. And Terrence says burger if the cook is trusted, but a dog if the cook is sketchy.
That's
an interesting way
You
to look
can't
at it.
make no. It's got to be just you can't have your own personal chef. And how do you judge if the cook is sketch or not? You go to a buddy's house for a barbecue.
Well, you know that buddy, how many drinks in is he and how much attention is he paying to that grill?
You're still going to eat there, though.
Yeah.
You're not going home hungry. I don't care how drunk he is.
But if the hot dogs are pre-cooked, at least you're not going to be feeling it
Well,
the
they're
next
on
day.
the top tier. They're
Yeah.
in the penthouse of the barbecue. They're sitting up there for a while.
A Smokey is not a hot dog. That's like saying an apple is an orange. A whole separate side debate.
Disagree.
Make sure you weigh in.
The Philly Joe and Vicky Podcast.
Listen, I have to mention this because we mentioned it last year for him, and now that you've anointed me Spaghetti Man, how
you have
can
a
I
duty.
not?
Spaghetti man. Spaghetti man.
Okay.
That's all I know.
I've
You
got
can
the
find that
lyrics.
full song on our social media, by the way.
Thank you very much.
It's great. It's a great party song. Put
It's
it
a
on.
great one,
Everybody
yeah.
can sing it.
You did a great job.
You remember the man they call Spaghetti Jim out in Stortburn, Manitoba?
Mm-hmm.
He's the man behind, and we nicknamed him Spaghetti Jim because, of course, he's the man behind the Tolstoy Heritage Center Spring Spaghetti Supper, which goes this Sunday. That's hard to say 3 times fast. So the Tolstoy Heritage Center Spring Spaghetti Supper is Sunday. It goes from 4 to 7. A lot of Winnipeggers made the trek out there last year, Spaghetti Jim said when we were talking about it on the air. So we're always trying to help out the smaller towns, too. So that happens this Sunday.
Sounds like a good time.
What do you want, a spaghetti? Well, that's what they're serving. But Sunday was the traditional spaghetti day growing up in an Italian
really?
household.
Really?
Yeah, the sauce would be getting made in the morning, and you'd come home after church, then you'd have spaghetti.
Sunday was a bigger dinner in our house
Yeah.
family
Yeah.
dinner,
Yeah.
but there was no set meal. It was just typically a roast, maybe
same.
maybe a chicken in the oven. Something
If there
in the
was
oven.
going to be a bigger dinner, it was going to be on the Sunday.
That's
yeah,
right.
for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Speaking of food, I got to ask both of you. If we go to 10 phone calls here and take the majority of is a hot dog a Smokey or a Smokey a hot dog, will the loser of this debate with 10 calls abide by what we come up with according to our, because you've been at odds this morning and it's been going back and forth on the text line.
Yeah.
Whether or not a Smokey is in fact a hot dog.
Yeah.
If we get like say 8 out of 10 say absolutely a Smokey is a hot dog. Joe,
Okay.
will you abide by that?
Of course I will,
Okay.
because you know how much I believe in the peeps. But I do want to say this before you take the phone calls.
Okay.
If you go to a barbecue, okay,
Joe's making his case here.
I got to make my case. If you go to a barbecue and they say, "What would you like?" and you go, a hamburger, hot dog, a Smokey. There's 3 different categories. Go to a hot dog stand, any one of them, before a Bomber game. Hit Broadway today. They're going to ask you, do you want a hot dog, a Smokey, or a burger? They're asking you for 3 things. If they said a Smokey was a hot dog, they would have just offered you the one item.
Vicky, do you want to make your closing statements?
Sure. I've never been offered the 3 options. It's always hamburger or hot dog. If there were Smokies on the grill and you said, "Hey, give me a hot dog," are they going to be like, "Actually, it's a Smokey"? No, they know what you mean. So they're
Right.
going to put it on the bun and be
Oh,
done
now
with
you're
it.
just assuming. Okay.
Okay, so
that's
this
where I
is,
think.
I'm pretty opinionated, but I got to be honest. I'm indifferent about this
Okay.
debate. That's why I'm a good moderator here.
Yeah.
780 City.
You're Switzerland.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, wow. Get the flag out.
780 City. 780-2484 right now. We'll go 10 calls. Okay, you want to keep track on your pad of paper, Joe?
I can, yeah.
And
I will.
We're not going to get into discussion here. It's just a simple yes or no.
Nothing on the text line, eh?
No, there's lots of text messages.
Okay.
But,
These are phone calls.
See, we're going to go phone calls.
Okay.
So a hot dog,
Okay.
a Smokey is a hot dog, yes or no? A Smokey is a hot dog. It's a simple yes or no. Yes or no, a Smokey is a hot dog.
Absolutely not.
Not. Okay.
No. Okay, that's an N. Yeah.
Good morning, City. A Smokey is a hot dog, yes or no?
No, it's a sausage.
Okay.
Okay.
I think that was Ranger. That's 2 calls, right? Hello, what do you think? Yes or no, a Smokey is a hot dog?
It is not a hot dog.
Okay.
3 in the negatory category. We got to do this more often to solve debates.
Yeah.
Hello, City. Yes or no, a Smokey is a hot dog?
Absolutely, it's a smoky dog.
Okay.
A Smoky dog. Okay, that's a yes.
Giving it a different name, but we'll give that a
yeah,
yes.
we're giving it a yes.
In
Yeah.
the dog family.
Yes or no, go ahead.
A Smokey is a Smokey is a Smokey.
So it's
a hot dog is a hot dog.
Okay, thank you.
What are we up to now?
That's
5
5 votes.
5 votes, 4 for the no, 1 for the yes.
Right.
A Smokey is a hot dog. Go ahead.
Absolutely not.
All right. 780 City, 780-2484. Hello, a Smokey is a hot dog? Yes or no?
Absolutely not. No.
Thank you.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 votes.
7. Hello, what do you think? Yes or no? A Smokey is a hot dog?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Okay, that's 8.
A Smokey
2 more.
is a hot dog. What do you think?
Nope.
Okay.
No.
What, 2 left?
One left, I think. Yeah.
1 left.
You're the final vote. A Smokey is a hot dog. Yes or no?
Perfect. I'm going with Joe. Absolutely not.
All right.
Okay.
So what is that?
That's 8 absolutely nots, 1 nope, and a yes. And he said Smoky dog. But hey, I want to back you up on something, Vicky, because I Googled it.
Okay.
A Smokey is often considered a type of hot dog, particularly in Canada. While both are sausages, Smokies are typically made with coarsely ground meat and are seasoned with spices, giving them a distinct flavor. They are often enjoyed on their own or as part of a meal, similar to how hot dogs are served. So they're sort of the same, but still
Wait a
different.
minute.
Hey, I still...
Oh, sure, I'll go with the people.
The pad of
Okay.
the paper says absolutely not.
This is the Philly Joe and Vicky Podcast.
Believe it or not, parents spend 30% more time doing this than their kids. Believe it or not, parents spend 30% more time doing this than their children.
Good morning, City. You're on the air. Go ahead with your guess.
Watching cartoons.
No, that's very good.
You know what? In today's day and age, Family Guy, Simpsons, cartoons that adults can watch, that's a
Sure.
great guess.
Yeah.
780 City, hello there.
Hi, good morning. Can I have a lifeline, please?
Philly, Vicky, or the text line?
Let's go, Vicky.
30% more time doing this than their kids. I'm going to say texting.
No.
Rock and Thunder tickets on the line this morning. 780 City, hi.
Hey, good morning. I didn't hear the last response. What did the last lady say?
Texting. So
Was
we've
Vicky.
had texting, and then what
that
was the
lady
last one?
was Vicky.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
And
So
she was
sorry, Vicky.
wrong about
That's right.
Smokies, and she was wrong with her texting. Yes.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna go with like gaming or video games or.
That's a
games
good
online.
one, too.
Yeah, it
That's
is.
number 2.
Oh.
And you know
close.
what? Vicky said texting. I'm going to tell you, scrolling on their phone was
Yeah.
number 3.
Okay.
Okay?
Scrolling,
So we can take that off the
scrolling.
list of possibilities.
Yeah. Vicky scrolls every morning at about 6:48 here for us.
That's right.
That's right.
Hi, City.
Hey, good morning.
Morning.
Can I get Vicky for a lifeline?
Oh, gosh, me again. Okay. Give me the question one more time.
Believe it or not, parents spend 30% more time doing this than their kids.
I'm going to say, okay, what are kids known for doing? Gosh, I'm stumped on this one. Let's say sleeping?
No, that's a good one.
Yep.
Scrolling on their phone was 3. Gaming was 2. Just need the number 1 answer to send you to Rock and Thunder.
Hi, City.
Hi, would it be scrolling on their phones?
Nope, that's number 3.
Okay, so we've had scrolling on their phones.
And gaming.
And gaming. Is it electronic?
No.
Based? No.
Okay.
Hello, City.
Hey there. My guess is going to be household chores.
No. No.
Okay, not household chores. Hello.
Can I get Till?
Well, I was going to say cleaning their kids' rooms, but household chores was not the answer.
No.
So that would eliminate cleaning their rooms. So let's say organizing their lives, be it, sleepovers and play dates. And,
No.
no.
This is a tough one.
Yeah, it is.
Believe it or not, parents spend 30% more time doing this than their kids. I would say most of the time this would happen inside the house, and it's quite enjoyable.
Hi, City.
Hey, is it bathing?
No, not bathing. It's quite enjoyable and not necessarily good for you.
Okay.
Not necessarily good for you. You do it in the house. 780 City. Hi.
I don't know if it's gonna. I just probably lost on this one. Is it napping or sleeping?
No, you're wide awake when this thing happens.
Okay.
Morning.
Good morning. Is it snacking?
Yeah,
Oh,
snacking.
yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, good
Parents spend 30% more time snacking than their children, believe it or not.
one. They know where the snacks are hidden.
Man,
the good
that's hard.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
So parents spend more time. That's
Yeah,
hard. You know what?
30%.
Yeah, when they get to a certain age, like mine are in the pantry all hours of every day. And
Yeah.
I'm a big snacker, but I don't come close to
I
the amount
guess
of
if you
snacking.
average it out to kids of all ages, maybe.
Yeah, that's
maybe
true.
That's how it works.
But you're really a one-parent person in this game of snacking. Your wife's in tip-top shape, so you're down. You're down 1 in the parents category.
That's a good call.
You're like lone wolf.
It's affecting your numbers.
This is the Philly Joe and Vicky podcast. Here's what we learned today with Philly Joe and Vicky.
Decent-sized storm overnight. I'm disappointed that I slept through it. I love my overnight storms. Typically, they would wake me up. I'm a very light sleeper, but you could see the proof on the way into work very early this morning, and I'm assuming still out there now. Lots of giant puddles. Depending on where you are, we got a decent amount of rain.
A feather falling on the floor would wake you up. And
I know.
And all of a sudden,
So
the big
bizarre.
booms.
You know
the
what?
lightning didn't even...
I blame the NHL playoffs. I'm up much later than I normally am these days. I just can't bring myself to go to bed when I'm flipping back and forth. Last night it was Minnesota, Dallas, great series. Then Edmonton, Anaheim's also a good. I can't get up and go to bed. I want to watch.
I always get nervous when I hear the hail because you never know how intense it's going to get and
Damaging your vehicles.
Yeah, exactly. When you don't park in a garage.
I'll tell you, I was a little ticked because I had to turn the volume up on the TV in the living room because of the hail, and that didn't help because my wife was trying to sleep through it all, and the dog got up. But
This is news a lot of people have been waiting for. Golf courses are starting to open. Vicky, you had a news story
Yeah.
about some city courses. And then,
Saturday.
Right, Joe, you threw in like Shooters and a few others.
Shooters has been going for a few days. They usually are, and Southside has been open as well. They're usually the first two to go. Kingswood, I hear, is opening Saturday, and we also heard that Bloomberg, one of the city courses, is already open too.
A lot of people pumped about that.
From the completely useless question, parents spend 30% more time snacking than their kids.
Right.
I get that right? Yes.
Yeah.
And
They don't have to ask permission before they do it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They just go in and they take what we just go in and take whatever we want. How often in a day? This would be an interesting one, maybe for another day. Like, do you open either the fridge or the pantry with like zero agenda? You're just like looking through there to see if there's anything good that you maybe don't know about.
Just out of boredom
Yeah.
sometimes.
Minimum 3 times.
Yeah, right?
When your kids were younger, I don't know if this still applies, but did you eat a lot of their, like, you buy the things specially for their lunches, like the little goldfish crackers and stuff like that. Were you snacking on that stuff? Yeah. Okay.
And I get barked at by my wife. Like, hey, that's for the kids' lunches. Oh, sorry. Well, why can't I have a granola bar?
Yeah, why can't he have cheesy string cheese?
Yeah.
Why is it just for
Poor
why does he have
guy.
to cut blocks off himself when he can have a cheese string?
Exactly. And according to a consensus of our listeners, what was it, 8-2?
Yes, there was 7 No, it was 9-1.
9-1.
There was 8 absolutely nots, 1 nope, and 1 yes.
Okay, according to that, 9-1, a Smokey is not a hot dog. And that was Joe versus Vicky. I fear it'll affect their friendship forever.
The Philly Joe and Vicky Podcast.
For more Philly Joe and Vicky, lock it into 92.1 City weekday morning 6 to 10.